What's going on, everybody? So today we are talking all about torque. It's that thing we all love. It's what makes this vehicle go from 0 to 60 and enables a truck to tow a big trailer. It's something that we all love. We just love that power of torque. And you know, I was thinking, which production Ford motor makes the most torque per cubic inch? And that's out of the gasoline motors. We're not going to include like the Super Duty, the 6.7, that stuff. So just out of the gasoline production motors, which one has the most torque per cubic inch? Now, Ford has some pretty good offerings. I mean, we got the Shelby GT500 here. We have the Raptor. So, you know, it really could be any one of them. This one has a bigger cubic inch motor and a supercharger. This one has a smaller cubic inch motor and twin turbos. So we're gonna look at a few different ones and look at the numbers and see which one is the torque king. So we're gonna start our comparison with the new Ford GT500. So this is the newest motor from Ford, and the newest one to be coming out of Ford Performance in their high performance division. And this started life as a 5.2 liter flat plane crank motor. It was the same that's in the GT350, but it has a little bit of an addition on the top. This thing is sporting a 2.67 or 2.65 liter supercharger. Now that thing is, you know, that's bigger than a lot of cars' engines. Like the whole thing. So needless to say, this thing's generating a ton of power. So let's look at the torque numbers. So this motor comes in at around 317 cubic inches and it's making 625 foot-pounds of torque. So that brings the torque per cubic inch number to 1.97. Now, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to break your hearts, all of our Shelby guys and gals. But this actually comes in third place in our comparison today. So don't leave, any hate comments below. Sadly, in our comparison, it is third place, but it is the king when it comes to horsepower. So let's move on to the next one. All right, here is our next contender in this comparison. This is the Ford Performance 3.5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo motor. And to be honest, I find it kind of silly calling it an EcoBoost. I mean, I know that that's what it is and everything, but there's nothing really economical about this truck. Even though that this is a smaller displacement motor with the twin turbos, and how it's tuned to be in this off-road truck is that it actually is making more torque than it is horsepower. So this one has a real good chance of being at the top of our comparison today. So this motor is putting out 450 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque. So this motor comes in at 213 cubic inches and it is making 510 foot-pounds of torque. So that brings our torque per cubic inch number to 2.39. So this thing is almost making half a foot-pound of torque per cubic inch more than the GT500. But this is still not the top. This is not the motor that produces the most torque per cubic inch. And I think you're gonna be surprised. Well, I won't give too much away. So let's just move on to the next one. All right, so here it is. This is the car that produces the most torque per cubic inch. I hope you're not let down by this, but here's the thing. This thing actually has an incredibly impressive motor. This is Ford's 1 liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost turbo motor. And no, it doesn't make nearly the amount of torque as these other two vehicles, but at 148 foot-pounds of torque, this thing makes more torque per cubic inch than the GT500 and the Raptor. Now, obviously, not as fun to drive, doesn't sound as good, maybe won't get you as many looks when you're driving around in it, but you can't deny just the engineering masterpiece that is this motor. It actually won Engine of the Year, I think it was whenever it first came out, 1 or 2 years ago. And that really is a testament to Ford's engineering abilities and their ability to make very fuel efficient and power efficient motors as well. You know, because fuel efficiency is one thing, but if a vehicle can't get out of its own way, then, you know, who really cares if you get 50 miles to the gallon and can only go 35 miles an hour. So to be able to build a motor that is street drivable, but also, you know, it produces enough power to where it has a degree of enjoyment, but is still incredibly efficient, incredibly lightweight. That's a real challenge to do, and this motor is proof that Ford has the ability to do that. So, you know, I've obviously driven these, and to be honest, for something just driving around, if you live in a city or do a lot of commuting, I mean, this thing is phenomenal. You know, in some of the lower level ones, they still have heated seats and navigation, sunroof, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you don't have to go up all the way to the titanium to achieve these things and get these amenities. It's, you know, these are really great cars. You know, personally, if I was to choose between, say, an EcoSport or its Escape or an Edge, I mean, I would lean towards this, partially because of, you know, just the price. I mean, this comes in at the base level of all of your Ford SUVs. It's very affordable, very good on gas, and it has a lot of good features. So, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little silly. I hope you're not disappointed, but you know, this really does show just what Ford is capable of doing. And obviously, you know, these other two vehicles show that from a performance aspect. We're going to be having reviews and videos just about the Raptor and just about the GT500 coming up. So I'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel here at Prestige Ford. If you are interested in getting any Ford vehicle, we have tons of stuff in stock. We got great deals going on right now, and we can, you know, wherever you are, we can arrange transport to get it to you. So hit us up at prestigegarland.com. There is links below. There's links for these vehicles that are available. The GT500 is not. That one is a customer vehicle, so, but we can probably get you one. So reach out to us and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.